Welcome into KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week. Come to you live from Orem High School as we've got an interclassification matchup. Two teams that hope to be players come the last week of February in their respective classifications as the Dixie Flyers have come up to take on the Orem Tigers. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. Please be joined by Hector Marquez. Hector, Dixie, Orem, sign me up. We're in for a great game tonight.
Man, this is going to be a really good game. You got Dixie that's undefeated. Orem's playing well. We got a lot of talent on both teams. We got players that are going to be playing at the next level. Kyle Lemke and Jordan Roberts just committed to Snow. It's going to be a great one.
Well, you talk about Dixie, undefeated, and you mentioned the two headliners, multi-year starters, and then they welcome in Logan Whitehour. Young man moved down. They've got four kids scoring double figures. It's a high-scoring Dixie Flyer team.
Yeah, Logan Whitehour, he's just a big bully guard that does a little bit of everything. Brecken Robinson, I mean, if you leave him open out in the perimeter, he's going to make you pay. If you run him off the three, he's going to come in and do some other stuff. But yeah, Dixie has a really good team and probably the best chemistry outside of Alta, probably in the state.
Yeah, they've played together for a long time. Absolutely. And they welcome Logan back to it. Meanwhile, for Orem, this is a team that made a great postseason run last year. They returned a lot of talent from that team, including Kai Wesley, but it's been Trey Hyatt, the junior, who's been a great, well, I don't want to say addition, but he's made his impact in the early part of this year.
Yeah, Trey's kind of like a hybrid small forward, step out a little bit, but the thing that's always going for Trey is he plays with a high motor. Sometimes it gets him into foul trouble. He can't do that today. You need all your guys for Kyle. But yeah, Trey's great.
Dixie in the road blues and Orem in the home whites as we're underway. Want to let you know the clock you see on your screen, unofficial. At times we'll stop it early, start it late, that sort of thing to keep it true with the official clock here in the building. As Orem working inside. This is Hyatt trying to work against Lemke. Oh, quick little move there for Trey to get the opening points.
I was kind of surprised they went straight at Kyle there. Maybe they're trying to get him into foul trouble. We'll see how they do holding him down on the other end.
I was going to say, yeah, it's a two-end game here. We'll see how Orem matches up. Dixie first possession. They work over. This is Damon Myers up top. That was Lemke. Now here's Roberts, young man averaging 13 assists per game for Jordan Roberts in the early part of the year. Kick out, three on the way. That shot off the back of the rim and the clear here to Orem.
Yeah, Chance is bringing the ball up here. This is down to Kai. Another time going into Kyle. Wow.
And they're playing that really well inside, almost like expect that bump and then play off of it as a transition. Three here doesn't go for Dixie, and Orem on the run again. Oh, we've got to tie up bodies to the floor here, as that was Wesley and Lemke getting tied up, and they're going to give this one to Kai, his first.
It looked like Kyle got away with the little hook there, but our opinion doesn't matter. Ref blew the whistle. Kai needs all those fouls. He doesn't need to get those ticky-tack ones up there.
So Dixie with the possession here again. Two missed threes in the early going for the Flyers inside. This is Lemke double team, collapsing down. Ball's on the floor. Whitehour trying to keep it here. Looking for somewhere to go. Oh, good find right at the rim. It's Myers.
Dixie runs that really good play where they run a guard to the opposite of Kyle. They set that screen and Kyle comes over, usually gets a mismatch. They were able to find him somehow, but.
Little zone look here for the Flyers defensively. And now we get a foul on the other end. This is going to be on Kyle. So each big man picking up an early foul here.
I don't know if it was a makeup call or not, but I talked to Kai and Trey. They're going to be trying to take charges and trying to get that kid out of his game.
I'll tell you, there are not a lot of guys that can match up with Kyle Lemke. Wesley looks like he can. Boy, that inbound hot. Dixie here on the run. Oh, Whitehour right to the rim. First points for Logan Whitehour. Welcome back to Dixie, young man.
Yeah, Kai put a little bit of weight on playing football. It's good weight. He's about 210, 215. Definitely help him trying to hold down Kyle for sure.
That was Jax Allen, young man transferred over to Orem this year. Has been a great addition for Coach Tavita. Jax here in the corner, working inside. Hyatt going up. Oh, just wouldn't go.
Yeah, that's the one thing Dixie does really well is they mix their defenses up a little bit. It looked like they're in a matchup zone there. So Orem just has to be aware of what sets they're running.
We'll come back to that comment. We're going to allow you to expand on that here at our next break. This is Roberts out of the corner. Sends over. This is Robinson. Oh, just wouldn't go. Tapped out. What do you mean by matchup zone? You hear that term a lot. Expound on that for our audience, Hector.
So what happens is you want to keep your big in a certain area to protect him or to leave him to protect the rim. And so you move everyone else around. You kind of keep him in a certain spot, or, you know, maybe it is man, but everyone's switching everything, and then the big's playing the zone. Everybody runs it a little bit different, but basically you're trying to get an advantage by keeping, you know, your shot blocker down inside. Allows them to get rebounds, and then Dixie loves to run, so get that outlet and go.
The inbound here to Lemke, going up. Kyle, gets the roll. First lead of the game here for Dixie. That last foul was called on Chance Dastrup. That was his first.
Yeah, if you let Kyle go over his left shoulder, I mean, he's going to drop 25 easy.
That one going to call here for the kick, I believe. Yep. We'll stay here. Substitution here for Orem. Checking in for the first time tonight will be Tate Robinson for the Tigers.
Take and shoot. Take and shoot. You lose him, he's going to make you pay out there.
Coming into the game, 35% shooter from beyond the arc for Tate Robinson. One of the highest percentages for the Tigers in this lineup. Dastrup playing up top. Oh, good extra pass. Widehour. That's a nice collapse defensively there for Widehour.
He should have gone up with it, but you turn around and you see that mustache there, man, and you don't want to go up. Kyle will erase that real quick.
Yeah. There are not a lot of guys who can grow a stash like Kyle has. I can't.
I can't either.
Inbounded. Allen out of the air, won't go. Lemke with the board. Roberts. Talk about 13 assists per game for Jordan Roberts coming in. You better keep an eye on your change, because we're going to have dimes all over the floor tonight for both sides. Offensive board going up. Traveled with it. Dixie turning it over.
Yeah, Jordan does a really good job of just seeing the floor, seeing who's open, unselfish, and it works. Dixie's been good for so long, and he's been running the point for a long time.
Yeah. You mentioned it. He and Lemke committed to go to Snow. Awesome to see that duo continue as another kickball here for Dixie.
So here's that zone. This is not a matchup, but it's kind of like a 3-2, 1-2-2. Looks like they're going to try to overload one side.
See that screen trying to get it to the baseline. That's a nice job getting around it by Widehour. Long three here from Dastrup. Yeah, Chance Dastrup with some range for the Tigers. Drop this inside. Lemke, quick spin move. Boy, maybe lost it just a touch. The turnaround other way goes for Kyle Lemke.
Can't let him go over the left shoulder.
You think you've got him under the backboard, and next thing you know, his size can find a way to get a shot off.
I think he's quicker than people give him credit for. He has a really good spin move. He's got good footwork.
You see how big he is, and yeah, it's really easy to discredit his speed, but he just showed a nice burst there. Has defensively as well. Body to the floor, won't go. Lemke, another rebound. He's got to have 4 or 5 here just in this first quarter.
I like that the officials are letting them play for the most part.
We'll see if that will continue. They drop it in. Kyle again.
He puts his forearm on your hip, so the refs really can't see the push off, and he doesn't push off because he's got a good wingspan, but they clear that side and it's toast.
Yeah, you're kind of done. Straightaway three, that one hit. Tate Robinson, you talk about his scoring. They needed it there. Big three to tie it up.
The 3-ball could be the equalizer for Orem. I know a lot of people think Orem's an underdog here, but if they're able to hit the 3, I mean, they could beat anyone. I mean, they took out Duncanville.
Yeah, and I think they need to, because this Dixie team can shoot the 3-ball really well as well. So it feels like Dixie will find that as the game wears on. I think Orem's going to have to be able to match that in some respect.
Yeah, they can't trade like 2-point baskets. I mean,
ooh, that one was online. Offensive board here for Asher Young. As this ball on the floor, we'll get the whistles here in the tie-up. As the arrow will keep it, or no, send it to Dixie.
Yeah, I was looking forward to this Asher Young and Logan Wiedauer matchup. I don't know who's going to guard Asher now. I wouldn't be surprised if they go 2-3 zone here. Dixie on the defensive end.
Here's Myers. Well, that's a great job getting it to Kyle Lemke, backing it down right to the rim. Won't go, tapped out. Well, that's a nice job by Jax, able to get that possession here for Orem. Allen trying to drive the paint, and Kyle with the block. Orem bench wanting a call there, none coming. 3 here for Robinson. Brecken Robinson with his first triple.
Yeah, I think sometimes there's a misconception on the double team and the big, but the biggest issue is that there's not enough ball pressure, and that's why players like Kyle can get those touches. I mean, if you have all day to pass, he's going to catch the ball and he's going to finish, and he's deep in the paint.
Well, and the thing I love is that if you want to double team that, that's fine. We'll slip our guard right to the middle of the paint, and then you have to come up and create that single team, and now Kyle's got it one-on-one.
You don't want to be one-on-one with Kyle?
No. Here's Dasher.
Here's their zone, their matchup zone.
Over with Robinson, back up with Allen. They'll skip across, just kept in. Shot clock down to 7. Allen trying to create, just lost it. And Dixie now on the run. Oh, Robinson was already looking to make that move, just lost contact, that ball lost out.
That's 2 missed opportunities in a row for Jax Allen. He just got to be a little stronger with the basketball. And Dixie had a missed opportunity there too. They had numbers.
Yep. As we approach the final minute here in this first quarter, 13-10, the advantage for the Dixie Flyers. Allen looking inside. Wesley trying to work on Lemke, blocked by Kyle. Boy, and you can see that inside. Not afraid to go right at it. Lemke strong as that one rimmed out. 3 on the way, that's short. And Dixie able to corral this with Roberts. Getting a little chippy here early, Hector.
I like it. I like it. It's a good game. They're letting them play. I mean, Orem's got a nice weight room. Dixie's got a nice weight room. I mean, don't complain. Just get in the weight room.
Right? Who says basketball's not physical, huh? Seen it here early. Here's Myers. Shot clock at 10. Roberts, he's aware. Down to 5. Sends out. Robinson got to take the shot. Floats it up just short, but does touch the rim. The outlet. Here's Allen. Will have a chance at the horn. The step around. Count the bucket. Jax Allen able to score as the horn sounds. He'll have an opportunity for the free throw here. Boy, what a play there by Orem to get it up quickly and score.
That was a great outlet pass. Way to be unselfish. Sometimes when the clock's running out, you kind of want to do it yourself and pull from 3.
Allen here with a chance to tie. The untimed free throw, empty lane. And Jax hits it. Well, we thought it'd be a good one. It has been. We're tied up 13 apiece after the first quarter. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week on the Rewind Sports Network. Start of the second quarter. Orem basketball as well, so they get the 3-point play to close out the first to tie it, and they'll have a chance here to retake the lead. Good opening quarter, Hector, as they work inside, and it's Wesley giving the lead back here to Orem.
So they've been trying to run that play for the past 3 times. They overload that one side. You got to pick. You either give up a layup or you give up a 3. They gave up the layup.
This is crazy. So you have 5 different scorers for Orem in that first quarter. No one had more than 1 bucket. So good depth scoring for the Tigers early.
It is. And the difference makers right now that I see is going to be Chance and Tate, because if they're in the zone, someone's got to rotate over, and they might leave those guys open.
Wesley, boy, that's a great job with that body absorbing the contact there of Lemke.
Yeah, and Kai actually did a really good job. Dixie does a good job when people make a basket, and he started jamming him at the 3-point line, free throw line, so that Kyle doesn't get all the way to the paint. So some good scouting here.
Transition three.
There it is.
Timeout Dixie as Orem is on a 10-0 run after the Robinson three.
You got to know where Tate Robinson is on the break.
Well, I'll tell you what's impressed me, Hector. How about the physicality we've seen from Kai Wesley, especially in this second quarter? Offensive end, not afraid to go at Lemke, and then even defensively, he's been at it, physical rebound. Kai's starting to bring his physicality. Young man played football this year, multi-sport athlete. You see that helping him on the hardwood.
You know, I had the pleasure to watch Kai play all spring and summer with Utah prospects, and Kai's always had the skill. It's just all about consistency, and we're starting to see him build that consistency now. You know, he's got a good reach, keeps that ball away from Kyle. I mean, he can score against anybody, but it's just consistency.
Dixie basketball, a couple of, I don't want to say empty trips, but a couple turnovers, haven't been able to find maybe the consistency they had in that first quarter. Where do you look for Dixie here coming out of this timeout?
You know what? They have good sets. They move the ball around.
There you go.
They don't panic. I know Coach called a timeout. He probably just wanted to calm his kids down and be like, hey, we've been here before. So they just got to run their stuff. I think they've been playing a little bit too fast, and they haven't been able to run their stuff. But I think they'll settle down here and you know, maybe close the gap here a little bit.
Boy, it's a great open look for Logan on that last possession, able to drill it. That's a young man. He can score it. Wesley again here and walked with it.
Yeah, I mean, you hit the wall a couple of times, you might want to dish it out a little bit. Forced a little bit there by Kai.
Back up here with the Flyers. Asher Young at the table, set to come back on for Orem in the next whistle. Wide hour of the drive. Allen trying to hang with him. Jacks with the block. Back to Logan. Going up. I thought contact there. And it will send Logan Whitehour here to the line.
So the one thing that I like that Dixie's doing is that they're clearing out a side for their guys. So on that play, you use Kyle as a decoy. You get them to front, but you're really clearing it out for Logan on the backside to go to work. And then because you're fronting Kyle, then Kyle has rebounding position. So I love the sets that Dixie runs.
There's Whitehour at the line, good on the first. Talk about a young man, was a prime scorer at Copper Hills last year, heads back to Dixie, 16-9. His averages coming into the game tonight. Not playing like a kid who's at a new school, and in some regards, he's not, as he goes 2 for 2 here on the trip.
Yeah, Logan grew up down south with all these boys, so they welcomed him back with open arms, I guarantee you that.
Yeah. Well, we were talking with Coach Roberts. That's exactly what he said, right?
Just welcome back, Logan.
Yep. Here's Wesley. Dastrup here, work inside again, and that's Whitehour collapsing down, helping to gain that steal.
Look at Kyle.
Boy, that one just got over Dastrup. Hand it off, and Dixie will give it back. Want to apologize, just had a little technical issue there. So we'll get that clock fixed for you.
Yeah, Kyle Lemke is probably one of the best rim-to-rim runners in the state. I mean, he was ahead of the pack. They missed him, but just watch him run. It's pretty impressive.
Hyatt inside. Good take there by Trey. He picked up his first just a few minutes ago, and that was one of the things we talked about was, you mentioned early, can Orem stay out of foul trouble inside? Here early on this first half, they've been able to do that.
Yeah, and it starts with that ball pressure. If you see right there, he's got all day to throw, but they have to help on the backside, which is fine. But
Look at how quickly Hyatt's dropping down for that help, right?
And so Dixie just has to find the open man.
Here's a drive. Myers hanging. That one, not enough on it. Wesley with the clear.
Tate Robinson's the guy you got to locate here on the break.
Looking in for Wyatt, and an offensive foul. Boy, that's going to be the second here on Trey.
And the difference between what he does and Kyle does is Trey put his forearm on his back.
Yeah.
And Kyle puts it on your hip, and so you can't see that. But yeah, something to definitely watch. Trey's got 2 fouls.
It was an element that you brought up in regards with Kyle. And you can see right there, yeah, that arm's up. It becomes very pronounced when you get that separation.
Totally.
Oh, nice take. Brecken Robinson.
And that's where a kid like Brecken takes advantage. There's so much attention on Kyle. And, you know, Jordan Roberts is going to find you. You just got to be patient, let it come to you. You know, Brecken's one of their leading scorers, and, you know, he benefits from all the attention that Kyle gets for sure.
Yeah, 18 points per game for Brecken Robinson. Roberts, boy, he found another gear. What a find! Wow. Over the back, and it is Damon Myers with the finish. We're tied up.
And that's what you got to love about Jordan. He could have laid that up, you know, probably got an and one. Distributing is his game.
That's a Jason Kidd type assist right there,
Absolutely.
Right?
I don't know if some of the younger people know who Jason Kidd is.
They probably don't. Yeah, that's a good point. Let's be honest, Gary Payton was better. Dixie with the clear. I was a big GP guy, so I gotta tout the glove. Back with Roberts.
So they're setting up. Dixie's setting up a play here.
Hyatt on the floor with 2 here for Orem. Do you try to go after that, Hector, or you just worry about your game? Well, they go to Robinson. He's had the hot hand.
So that's one of the, I think they call it power, where they guard screens. But what happens is they switch, and they end up double teaming Kyle, and that's why the other guard gets open. So once again, pay attention to Kyle. Other guys are going to score.
Here's Allen. Yeah, there's going to be a whistle there. The foul called on Myers, getting caught there with the contact. Wesley checking back in. Tyson Forsey back on the floor here for Dixie.
And just like that, Dixie's back up again.
Yeah. Yeah, in fact, this is a, 14-2 run by Dixie?
Yep. And Dixie went to the bench here with Tyson Forsey. I think he's going to be the future of Dixie basketball here. Show a lot of confidence in his game, but he's got some length and some scoring ability, and he loves to play on the other end too.
No pressure, Tyson. Here's a corner 3. Yeah, Asher Young with his first field goal tonight. And that's the 4th made 3 for Orem here tonight. Roberts, that quick step won't go.
It's another set where they clear out that side. A lot of attention goes to the side where all the players are on the left side, and just kind of get a blow by on the right.
Yeah, Jordan Roberts, he's got a real quick step to his game. He's had a couple of those where he goes from being very casual to having an open lane just like that. Foul was called on Dastrup. That's his 2nd.
How do you feel about the new the foul rules that we have?
I didn't like it at first. I'm warming up to it. What do you think?
I feel like it hasn't affected the game or the speed of the game too much. I think it'll be more under the microscope during the playoffs.
I've seen, there's 2 things for me. One, I don't like losing the 1-and-1. I like the 1-and-1. I think it gives defenses an opportunity, but 3 here on the way won't go. Rebound here to Orem. The other thing is I've seen teams be ultra aggressive early in every quarter to where you're shooting free throws for several minutes at a time. As Allen here on the drive draws the contact, he'll head to the line. Is this foul called inside on Forsey? His 1st. Excuse me, his 2nd.
You know, at the end of the day, you got to teach good defense. You know, don't foul, and you're going to have a lot more opportunities to get to the free throw line for sure.
Allen misses the 1st.
And Jax is usually a good free throw shooter here.
Yeah, hit the one earlier to close out the 1st quarter. The first time back at the line since that point. And, goes 0 for 2. Wow. Young man over 70% from the line on the season. Missing the pair. Oh, nice feed to Whitehour.
And that's the thing that Whitehour gives Dixie, is just big bodyguard. Post you up, take you outside.
Logan's got 9, 7 of those here in the second. Boy, and Lemke, I couldn't tell if he got a piece of that or not. I think he did.
I think he did.
We're down inside of a minute to go. Robinson. Oh, good find to Forsey. Ellie pushed a 3. Good eyes there.
Yeah, Dixie's starting to kind of distribute the load around here a little bit.
Allen. Well, that's a tough shot for Jax.
I saw Orem play earlier this year against Olympus, and Jax had a really good game inside. I like to see that he's kind of going to that. He's got the
shot clock turned off here for these final 12. Roberts defended by Jax.
Yeah, Jax.
Robinson looking inside over the double team, and Lemke scores. And that'll do it. Boy, good extended pressure. Does not allow a shot for Orem, so Dixie uses a nice second quarter. Create just a little bit of a lead. 30-27, the Flyers leading the Tigers at the break. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week, presented by Heidemann Associates, only on KSLSports.com. Welcome back to Orem High School. KSL Sports Rewind is presented by Heidemann and Associates. If you have any legal needs, go to the experts at Heidemann and Associates. Tell them Rewind sent you. You'll get a free consultation. Learn more at utah.law. Dane Stewart, Hector Marquez with you. Hector, boy, what a first half we saw. Dixie leading Orem 30-27.
The distribution that they're getting from Orem and Dixie is actually quite impressive. They don't have like one person semi-dominating. They're sharing the load, and we got ourselves a good game here.
You talked about sharing the load for Dixie. Top scorers, Whitehour has 9, 8 for Lemke, 7 for Robinson. I mean, that's pretty good when you get balance at that level for 3 of your top scorers.
I mean, that just makes it hard to defend. You can't just key off of one guy, and
right.
I think Dixie's taking advantage of that a little bit.
So start of the second half, it'll be Dixie basketball. We've got a quick whistle here. We'll reset it here. Nope, we're good. I didn't know if they're going to put time on the, yeah, they will. We'll just wait because, again, it's just 5 seconds. We're good. What'd you see in that first half? Anything you'd look for more in the second half or different in the second half?
I think that they're going to use Kyle as a decoy in a way.
Here's a 3 on the way. That was just strong. And the rebound there to Orem, captured by Allen.
So Kyle gets a lot of attention in the post, and Dixie took advantage of that late in the second quarter, where Jordan and Logan and Brecken were able to go to the basket.
Hyatt sent that out. They have attacked Lemke here, but Hyatt has the 2 personal fouls. Good little fake there. Young puts it up and scores. Nice bucket there for Asher Young.
Yeah, Asher needs to assert himself in this game. He's a big boy, and he's bigger than some of the guys defending him right now.
Yeah, averages 12 and 10, has just 5 now as they get it to Whitehour. Nice handoff, Logan with the bucket.
Great rip and go there from Logan.
He's now in double figures. First score tonight on either side in double figures. Quick ball movement, nearly had the opportunity there for a chance. He'll drive instead, just short, tapped out, and sets Roberts on the run.
I don't know if he got a glimpse of Kyle, but he definitely short-armed that one.
Yep. Top of the key. And work it back out. Here's Lemke trying to work baseline here. And that shot too strong. Well, I think both benches would have liked to call there. None coming. They've let him play here tonight. Dastrup to the rack. He's fouled. And now an opportunity here for Chance Dastrup to head to the line.
So the one thing that Dixie did differently in that one set is they ran a guy across to the free throw line so they can either get an easy shot at the free throw line because they're double teaming Kyle before he touches the ball, or if the guy goes up, then they just a straight dump down to Kyle.
Chance hitting the first, one more here. was the first personal foul on Roberts. First team foul is 2 for 2 there for Dastrup. Here's a drive. And Orem trying to get on the run, and that was just a step in front of Allen. Jack's out of play.
They could have capitalized there on that play.
Yep. Here's Lemke. That roll. Walked with it. Dixie's had a couple turnovers tonight.
It is, yeah. I mean, that was a great rotation by Asher, and I don't think Kyle was expecting that.
Oh, you think that caught him by surprise?
I think it did. He turned around and was like, oh, shoot, there's somebody here.
Young terminated, looking for some help now. Wesley, here's a matchup for Orem. Can they go back into it? Kai. Lemke there hanging around in the paint. Sends out Allen. Drive down the lane over Kyle. Just strong. Kept here. No. Boy, Kai had an opportunity. Couldn't possess it.
Couple of easy looks at the rim that kind of turned out empty for Orem there.
Whitehour, boy, what a drive by Logan Whitehour.
And then Whitehour bullies his way on the other end over there.
You talked about his size, Hector, earlier. He demonstrated on that possession. He does a nice job of just able to use that body to create enough space to get that shot away.
And I mean, most teams are going to use all their bigger bodied kids to guard Kyle, so then he's going to get somebody that maybe not have his height or his strength, and he knows how to take advantage of that.
Offensive foul on Wesley. And that's going to be the second, I believe, on Kai. First team foul. It is his second.
His second personal foul. His second team foul in the quarter.
So Dixie back with the possession, 3-point lead. Pull up there from Roberts. We talked about at the half, we were talking about, he's not a scoring first point guard, but he can score whenever he wants to.
When Jordan takes what the defense gives him, it just makes Dixie that much harder to defend.
Allen creates some separation. 7 for Jacks.
He needs to do that every possession.
Jordan. Wanted to send that out for the 3. Miscommunication as Dixie turns it over. Tate Robinson coming back on the floor here for Orem. Meanwhile, Tyson Forsey checking back in for Dixie.
We'll see if Tate Robinson could get an open look. He hit a couple, and they're not going to let him shoot after that.
Yeah, he was on target in that first half. But you're right, Dixie is now attuned to the outside shooting of Robinson. Here is Tate. Young. Wanted to send out. Now Orem will turn it over.
It's getting a little sloppy here in the third quarter. I think they're trying to figure themselves out again.
Yeah. Robinson with Roberts. They get entry for Kyle. Great ball movement to create that pass over the top.
They were patient on that possession, and it paid off for them.
It just shows what a tough matchup that is. Here's a corner 3. Won't go. Ball's on the floor. Tried to save it there to Dastrup, but he had already vacated. Ahead to Roberts for the lay-in. And a timeout being taken here by Orem as Dixie has pushed this to their largest lead of the game. It's a 7-point Flyer lead. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind Game of the Week on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back. 2:46 to go here, third quarter, 40-33. Dixie's been able to get out on the run, create some separation here in the third, and we'll see what answer Orem has offensively. Where would you go if you're the Tigers here, Hector?
You got to find a way to make their defense pick and choose. So you have to be patient.
You know, I was just thinking they hit 4 threes in the first half. We hadn't seen them make a three. That's the first one in the second half. That three-point shot kept them in it. That's a great job by Tate taking advantage of the open space and drilling it.
Well, and Chance was able to drive, draw two, and kick, and that's why Tate got a good look.
And a loose ball foul here going to be called on Tyson Forsey. That's his third, and it will give it back here to Orem. Boy, and he's staying on here with the three personals.
These teams aren't deep either, so those fouls are very valuable.
Here's Young, trying to go up quickly, just wouldn't go. Oh, good hustle by Hyatt, but Roberts coming away with it. That's nice help there by Asher, able to stop the basketball, let the whole defense get back. Lemke, little spin move, left-hander, short. Oh, what a rebound by Forsey.
And on that occasion, Trey made him go over his right shoulder, and Kyle finished a little short on that. Let's see if he keeps him from going over that left shoulder.
Little right-hander, yep. Kyle able to hit it. Versatility for Lemke.
If he goes over that left shoulder, it's 90% sure that it's going in. I'm not sure what he's shooting from the field, but I'm sure it's pretty high.
Yeah, I don't keep track of shots, only makes. He's got a lot of makes. Final minute here in this third quarter. 6-point Flyer lead. Long two for Roberts, won't go. Tapped out, finds Dastrup. Oh, Chance Dastrup with a burst, just strong off the backboard. And, boy, I thought we were going to get a tie-up. We'll get a foul here instead. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, that should have been a jump ball.
He called Jax for the foul, his first personal. Yeah, I thought for certain we were going to get the dual possession, but not the way it goes. So it is Dixie basketball, 3-second differential, game clock, shot clock here in this third quarter.
Being patient in this quarter has been very beneficial to Dixie.
And I would guess that they remain patient here, right? You can take the last shot.
Yeah. Back in the day, we used to call this the Dixie stall.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. With no shot clock, man, if they get a lead on you,
fair.
You're in trouble.
That's fair. Of course, there were a lot of those stalls back in the day. It's a great thing we have the shot clock now. It's turned off here for these final 10 after that foul. It was the third on Dastrup. Roberts around the screen, gives an eye. Robinson for three, short, and the third quarter expires. Dixie with a little more separation. It's a 6-point game as we head to the fourth after this. Welcome back, start of the fourth quarter. Dane Stewart, Hector Marquez. Hector, this is crazy when you look at this game. Third quarter, Hyatt and Wesley did not score in that third quarter for Orem as Dixie has extended this to a 6-point game.
And you have to credit that to the defense that Dixie is playing. They're playing a little bit more of a zone, so they can't get those easy touches.
How do you free that up if you're Orem?
I mean, you could stack them up on one side and see if you can get one of them a touch. The issue is that you probably have to make some threes here in order to hang tough with Dixie.
They tried to get it into Wesley. It was a good defense. And how about that three? Chance Dastrup with his first three since the first quarter. A timely three for Orem to start this fourth.
And they have to take those chances. I mean, when you're going toe-to-toe with Dixie, you're going to have to hit some of those threes.
Well, you could see Wesley playing that left shoulder. Kyle still able to get it inside and finishes. Unofficially 14 now for Lemke to lead all scorers.
And he could feel him on his back, and that's why he spins over. He's so deep in the paint. I mean, what can you do?
Yep.
And you foul him, then you get an and one, and then you're in more trouble.
And I even love the awareness by Lemke because you said he felt it. So send that ball out, reestablish your position, and then go right at it.
Yep.
Here's Myers, works with Robinson.
Oh,
Traveled, yeah, that little jump.
Orem's got to run a really good set here to keep pace.
What a game tonight, huh? Been impressed with these defenses. These are two teams that can score a lot.
You know what? I thought they were going to score a lot more points. I thought they were going to be in the 70s. But it's some quality defense on both ends.
Yeah. You know, this Orem team coming off an 86-81 win over Duncanville. That's a really good Duncanville team. They dropped 86 on them. Little floater in the paint. Yeah, Tate Robinson with his first 2-point field goal tonight.
Yeah, Duncanville is usually a next-level factory for sure.
Yeah. Lemke, no, we've got a foul here.
I don't know about that call, but he did put 2 hands on his back.
The third foul on Hyatt. Quick inbound, Whitehour. Good night for him, 15.
I've seen that play on film. It's kind of hard to guard.
Yeah. Allen try to drive Lemke, the rejection.
I like that he's getting into the paint. Maybe get a little jump stop, getting him in the air a little bit.
We saw them do that early, right? A lot of jump stops and kind of shot fakes on Lemke.
Yeah, he's disciplined. I mean, he plays like a 6-year senior.
It feels like he's been there 6 years, and I know it's legit, but it's just he's been a stalwart in that Dixie basketball program for years.
He has. I mean, he's been growing that mustache for like 6 years. That's for dang sure.
It's a strong game, no doubt.
I don't know if there's anyone in the state that has that mustache.
No. I should have asked Coach Roberts if he could, compete with Kyle's stash.
I don't think so. I don't think I've ever seen Coach Roberts with hair on his head, let alone his face.
Hey, take it easy on some of us, would you? Come on, Hector.
Ooh.
Oh, nice steal. Dastrup. A steal and finish.
One possession game here. They need a stop.
Roberts. Ooh, just kept that foot down. Works out.
If he didn't have those Kobe's, I think he would have traveled.
And we've got a hold inside. Going to go here on Wesley.
I don't know about that call. They've let him play very physical the first 2-3 quarters, and now you're going to call fouls.
And that's his third. So 3 on Hyatt, 3 on Wesley, and 3 on Dastrup with just under 5 to go here. Inbounded, and a traveling violation back to Orem. Boy, the Tigers have done a great job hanging around, haven't they?
They are. They got to run something solid here to keep that momentum. The crowd's into it. It's
going to let our clock catch up here. As we got approaching 4:45, 3 just short. And this one kept here by Orem. Long 3 for Dastrup is short. And this one, boy, where's it going to go? Officials looking for help here. And it's going to stay here with Orem. Boy, I couldn't tell who that was out off of.
I couldn't see it either.
Tigers to inbound. Back with Chance. Good offensive game for him. He's in double figures. Ooh, wow. Boy. No work into Hyatt. No, he'll be fouled here by Whitehour. I think the first on Logan. Boy, you saw Hyatt come up on that screen, got kind of high there.
I don't know if it was a makeup call. I don't know if they're just letting them play again, but
we've seen softer contact go called tonight.
But it's crunch time now.
Yeah, that's right.
4 minutes to go. One possession game.
Robinson. Fresh shot clock for Orem on the possession. Dastrup driving, sends out Tate, another three. Tate Robinson has tied us up.
That's a huge, huge bucket.
How about the night for Tate? 14 and 4 triples. Lemke going to work in the paint.
Ooh.
Too strong, gets his own miss, and the follow. Kyle Lemke.
It's too good down there. Kyle Lemke is relentless. Orem's hanging tough here with Jax Allen on the bench, too.
Yeah. Here's Dastrup.
Wow.
Oh, how about that pass? What a cut by Asher Young.
Great vision.
There was not a lot of room for that bounce pass.
Chance is an underrated point guard. I think he's got some great skills.
And a foul here away from the ball, and this is going to be on Wesley, and that's going to be number 4.
I think it was on Chance.
And a timeout now going to be taken by Dixie. We'll take it with them. We'll step away, be back. Great ball game here on KSL Sports Rewind. 15 to go, tied up 48 apiece. 4 fouls on Kai Wesley. It's Dixie basketball, the inbound here baseline. In with Lemke, Kyle. No, Hyatt with the board.
It's a big stop.
Huge stop there for Orem. They can take the lead here inside of 3 to go. Dastrup had some space.
Great jump stop.
Hyatt from the corner. No. And the rebound there to the Flyers.
That was a good look. Just missed it.
Great look there for Hyatt.
We'll see if Dixie goes back to some patient, moving the basketball around. Seeing if they can break this Orem defense down.
Forsey. A high screen there. Roll was defended well. Roberts, step around 3. No, and the rebound to Jax.
Now Orem's slowing it up a little bit here.
Three team fouls on Orem, just 1 on Dixie. So only 1 foul left to give for the Tigers. We've got a foul here away from the basketball. And this is going to go on Forsey, and that's going to be his 4th.
Personal foul. Second team foul on the Flyers in the quarter.
See if Orem can get a quick bucket here on the inbound.
They go to Young. They get it. So the lead back to Orem.
And
Lemke.
What do you do if you go to Dixie? You go to Lemke.
Going to his right. Won't go. Hyatt with the rebound. Orem on the rung. Send out Robinson. Oh, that 3 off the front of the rim. Kept here by Young. Dastrup thought about it. Thought otherwise. And a timeout taken here by Coach Tavita as the Orem Tigers 90 seconds away from a huge home win. Welcome back. 50-48 the score. Orem leading Dixie. And boy, what a game we've had here tonight. Hector, I thought that 3 from Robinson, the way he shot was going to go. Orem was that close from a 2-possession lead.
Yep, he had a great look. He just missed it, but Asher Young has had a couple of really good rebounds, and he pulled that one out. Chance got the ball up top. He didn't do anything too crazy. Great timeout. Set something up here and go with your game plan. Now that you're up 2 with 1:30 left.
Yeah, Asher's flown around in this 4th quarter especially, and that offensive rebound was huge. He got very well greeted by the coaching staff as they came to that timeout. If you're Dixie here, 1:30 to go, Where do you go on this possession?
You move the ball around, see if you can get jacks. They collapse. And see if somebody loses Tate here. Ooh.
That was just a step in front of Young, and Orem turns it over.
That's not what you wanted. They could have been a little bit more patient on that last possession. We'll see if Dixie's patient on this one.
Did you go back to Lemke here?
You have to. You go pick and roll. See if Jordan can find somebody or let Logan go to work.
Hyatt defending. Robinson comes on the help. Extra pass to the corner. Roberts. He'll take the step back three. No. And the rebound secured by Young and fouled here by Whitehour.
Logan Whitehour, number 14, committing personal foul. It's number 2 on Whitehour. 13th foul on the Flyers in the quarter.
45 seconds to go. Second personal on Whitehour. Back to Orem. You see Dixie with some pressure here. I like this.
Ooh, ooh.
Dixie being very aggressive, and Whitehour going to pick up number 3. And that's the last foul to give here for Dixie. That's the 14th foul.
Asher Young in the mix again.
And Orem going to take another timeout. 30-second timeout, Orem. We'll stay here. Want to thank our sponsors, Heidemann Associates, a full-service law firm with locations along the Wasatch Front. They can meet with you virtually as well. If you have any legal needs, no one better than Heidemann and Associates. Give them a call at 801-472-7742 or visit them online at utah.law. 32 seconds left. The shot clock turned off here. Hector, take me inside the mind of a huddle. How long do you play defense here before you foul if you're Dixie?
I would play 5 to 7 seconds and try to get a trap. And then you just got to give it up. Hopefully somebody who's not the best free throw shooter has the ball. You just can't go too long because you might not give yourself a chance at the other end.
Well, and the question is, Orem also has 1 foul to give. So regardless of how this possession plays out, how do you use that last foul to give if you're the Tigers? We'll see. They might have a chance to talk about that prior to nearly a 5-second call. They've got to take a timeout here to prevent a 5-second call, and this will be a full.
The first thing they got to do is get that ball in. I would stack them up and make Kyle come up and guard someone up top. You have Trey out there who's pretty good with the ball. Get him a catch, and then go find another guard and then run something.
If you're Orem, how aggressive are you offensively? Do you look to score here, or is this about playing the clock?
I think you got to play some offense, but just have like a release guy available just in case they double, because Dixie's going to double. They have to. They're not going to play you straight up. So have someone that you can release to and then hope they break down and you get a good shot.
Who's been the player tonight that you've been most impressed with?
Tate Robinson and Asher Young on Orem. On the other end, obviously Kyle and Logan's been doing some great stuff too.
We'll see where the Tigers elect to go. They do stack it here. Look at this. Hector, you're on it tonight, man. It's like you know the game.
It's like I've coached a year or two.
Something like that, man. That deflected, but finds its way to Dastrup.
Here's the double.
And there is that last foul to give. This is going to go on Robinson. We'll send Chance Dastrup to the line. This is a young man, if you're a Tiger fan, you want stepping up to the free throw line.
Dixie did a good job. They send the double when Chance had his back to the ball, but Chance rotated back and then he saw it coming. So good idea.
Got a timeout taken here by Dixie. We'll take this one. We'll step aside, be back. Free throws, Orem at the line when we come back. Welcome back. 2 free throws for Chance Dastrup. Made 2 back in the third quarter. Unofficially with 10 points tonight for Chance. And an opportunity to make this a 2-possession game.
Yeah, Chance is a stud. He's been playing really well today. Steps up, knocks the first one down.
Pressure moments. Chance, 2 for 2. Dixie basketball. Roberts puts it up and scores it quickly, and an immediate timeout taken to stop that clock with 18 left. It allows them to set up the defense.
Jordan got up the floor really quickly, and we had talked during the break. Dixie's probably one of the best teams off of a free throw to get that ball up the floor. 2-point game again.
Yeah, they just changed it to a full, so we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back. Ah, look at that. Love these older gyms that have the artwork like that. The Tigers on the prowl, breaking through the building here. This was a game. Dixie had a 7-8 point lead in the third quarter. It's been a heck of a charge by Orem here in the fourth.
Really gutsy game by Orem. They've stayed relentless. It seems like they're buying into what coach is wanting them to do. We'll see what happens here.
Allen to inbound. They do flow with Chance. Coming back, Robinson. Boy, has 3 flyers around him, gets it away. Orem can have numbers here. And they'll foul Dastrup in the front court. Chance will head back to the line. We just missed the Roberts bucket. We're just adding that now. It is a 2-point game, 52-50, and 2 more here for Dastrup. How about this? Hyatt and Wesley haven't scored in the second half for Orem. Isn't that crazy?
I mean, that's one thing that you want to build is rely on other people stepping up in the game. I mean,
yeah.
You got Kai Wesley on the bench. You got other guys stepping up.
It's going to pay huge dividends for this team in February. Dastrup 2 for 2. Gotta hurry. Roberts looking to Robinson from the corner. Yeah, what a 3 from Robinson to keep the Dixie hopes alive as Brecken hitting his second triple of the game. Wow.
Wow, exactly. It looked like there was a big cluster there and there was nothing going on, and then Brecken kind of backpedals out in that corner, and it's a good shooter, nails it. 1-point game.
Huge game, or huge shot there for Robinson. And now you've got 3.8 left. I mean, this is an immediate foul situation for Dixie. Walk down, try to put some more pressure on Orem, but you can get a look here, and this is where Orem still hasn't used that extra foul, so they can foul regardless of what happens at the line on the other end.
And this is where we talked about earlier where the 1-and-1 would come in handy.
Right.
So if I'm Dixie, I'm going to hold someone before the ball's inbounded and make them get a free throw without the clock even starting, and then hope they miss one and, get a good shot with 4 seconds left.
The clock was at 3.8. They've changed that to 4.5. They saw where we were at, and they're like, yeah, they're on top of it. So it'll be Orem here to inbound, 4.5 to go.
We know what we're doing.
That's right. That was the 4th personal, meanwhile, on White Hour.
Yeah. Hopefully Logan isn't in a situation where he has to foul.
Right.
But he might have to.
Got to get it in. Dastrup in the corner, foul given there by Forsey. That is the 5th on Tyson. So his night has come to a conclusion. We'll walk down and take free throws.
Checking the lineup for the Flyers, number 3, David Myers.
Myers will come on here for these final seconds. But it's 2 for Dastrup here first, trying to push this to a 3-point game. 9 points in the quarter for Dastrup, make it 10. Including 5 for 5 at the line in crunch time.
Even with this bucket here, Dixie's got a shot.
Yep. Missed it. A 3 could win it. They give the foul here in the backcourt. That was the 1 foul to give. There's 1.8 left on the clock. This foul was given by Hyatt. That's his 4th.
Do you think Trey did it on purpose?
Yes.
He knew what was going on?
Yes, yeah.
Good for you, Trey.
That is awareness right there. There's 2 seconds left here as they will bring Wesley back on the floor here. He'll guard the inbound. It'll be White Hour, the trigger man. A 2 to tie, a 3 to win for the Flyers. Trying to improve to 6-0. Orem trying to hand them their first loss. No more fouls to give here for Orem. Whitehour. Looking for Lemke. Deflected, and that will do it. The Orem Tigers make a fourth quarter run and come out with a 55-53 win.
Chance Dastrup. He was nails at the free throw line. He controlled the tempo a little bit in the fourth quarter, settled everybody down. Huge game from Chance.
What a game for Orem. It looked like Dixie was starting to fly away from him, and the Tigers reel him back in. The defense made huge plays. The offense coming through in crunch time. Hector, your player of the game.
Man, you got to go with Chance Dastrup. I mean, he misses one or two of those free throws, and it's a different ball game because, you know, Brecken hits that three in the corner, then it's a tie game, and it's a whole different ball game altogether.
10 in the fourth quarter for Dastrup, 15 in the game as the junior guard helps the Orem Tigers put away Dixie late. 55-53 your final. Orem with the win. For Vince Francis, Hector Marquez, my name is Dane Stewart. Thank you for joining us here on KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week, an instant classic between two teams that you'll hear more about. You'll probably see them in late February. Thanks for joining us. Happy holidays from everyone here at the Rewind Sports Network, and we'll see you next time on KSLSports.com.